Tonight, the Indiana Pacers close out a 4-game homestand, and Isaiah Jackson looking to build on a double-double performance in the last-second loss to Milwaukee on Monday night. It's the 4th and final game of this homestand and the only visit of the year by the Brooklyn Nets. It's the Pacers and the Nets on FanDuel Sports Network. Good evening. Welcome inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse alongside Quinn Buckner. I'm Chris Today. Heartbreaker on Monday. Giannis Antetokounmpo beats the buzzer. Bucks win by 2. In that one, Pascal Siakam played as he's played all year long. But then there was Isaiah Jackson against his former teammate Miles Turner. He turns in a double-double.
You know, and I don't think it was any strange feeling, really. When you think about it, when you talk about playing against Miles Turner and you Isaiah Jackson, that's incentive. But Isaiah Jackson has been trying to find out who he is as a basketball player. I think we got a better sense of it. I don't want to say it's a finished product. A guy coming off an Achilles injury, finding his way to explode to the basket, to do some really good things for his team. I think he's got to be very pleased, as does the coaching staff, because this was by far the best game he's played in a very long time.
It was his third 20-10 game, his career 13th double-double. Again, he had 21 and 10. For the Pacers, they have so many injuries. 8 players are out. They have their second hardship exemption. Jeremiah Robinson Earl joined the team about a week ago, and now it's Cody Martin added to the list.
You know, and you with all these lists and these names, you got to get them all down. But you got Cody Martin. Now, he's played some. He was at Charlotte, he was at Phoenix, but he really is a guy that if he's going to make a difference, he's going to have to do it in terms of what he's got in the defensive side of the game. But, hey, look, the Pacers need bodies. They just got another one.
Cody Martin is a 7-year veteran, as Quinn mentioned, most recently in Phoenix, but as Quinn said, he played in Charlotte for 5.5 years. For the Pacers, rebounding has been really good this year on both ends. And Jeremiah Johnson and Eddie Gill will talk about that when we return. It's the Pacers and the Nets tonight on your home of Pacers basketball, FanDuel Sports Network.
Day in Central Indiana, hoping for more of the same tonight inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse as the Pacers wrap up a 4-game homestand. Indiana against Brooklyn tonight on the FanDuel Sports Network. Jeremiah Johnson joined by Eddie Gill one final time prior to tip-off. The Pacers have dealt with so many injuries, different combinations and rotations, but one thing they've done all season long is rebound the basketball well. They are 3rd in the NBA in rebounds per game. How are they doing it?
Definitely marked improvement from a rebounding perspective from what you saw last season. The Pacers have done a tremendous job of being intentional about going to get the basketball, particularly on the offensive end. So much of rebounding is just wanting it, going to get it, having that competitive spirit. But there's a significant portion of it being able to read ball flight, being able to navigate space in the lane, being able to get an out-of-area rebound. And that's what the Pacers have been able to do. Pascal Siakam has been tremendous. Isaiah Jackson, he's got 2 games that he's been able to register double figures or better from a rebounding perspective. And when you struggle from an offensive standpoint to put the ball in the basket, you got to figure out ways to give yourself extra possessions. That's what they've done so far here this season.
A short time ago, I asked Rick Carlisle what he was most concerned with about the Nets. He said rebounding. So the battle of the boards could very well determine who wins this one. Tip-off, starting lineups next on the FanDuel Sports Network.
Tonight, the 200th meeting in the NBA between the Pacers and the Brooklyn Nets. These are longtime rivals in the American Basketball Association dating back to the 60s. And this is the only meeting of the year here in Indianapolis. They will meet twice in Brooklyn after the first of the year. Michael Porter Jr., after winning a championship in Denver, now in Brooklyn. Noah Clowney, Nick Claxton, Cam Thomas, and Terrence Mann, the 5 that will start for Brooklyn. This is a brand new starting lineup, their 4th of the year. For the Pacers, this is the 2nd time that we see this lineup. It started in Dallas.
What's the look?
It is Jarris Walker, Pascal Siakam, Isaiah Jackson, Aaron Nesmith, and Ben Sheppard. Pascal Siakam has been brilliant this year. 26 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. There are only two players doing more than that this year, Quinn. That's Luka Doncic and a guy we saw on Monday, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Look, he's been just a stalwart of his. Look, the last couple of years, even as he was playing well, I mean, it's hard to top Ty, but when you think about it, it's Siakam. Now he's got more usage, and with that usage, I think he's been very effective, Chris, because I don't think he's turning it over, disproportionately more than he was before.
That's the one thing the Pacers really have done a pretty good job without Halliburton, without Nembhard, without McConnell. They're only averaging about 14 turnovers per game.
Yeah.
In fact, below that, 13 per game, which is number 3 in the NBA, and that's been really impressive.
It's been a big part of the success of the Pacers. I tell you, the other side of that has helped tremendously. Offensive rebounding. The rebounding is up. Offensive rebounding and giving extra possessions has been a big part of it.
That's exactly what J.J. and Eddie talked about. It's been a good year here. So here's Brooklyn looking for win number 1, and that ball knocked out of bounds by Indiana. New Orleans got a win. The Pacers, of course, just one win. Brooklyn is the only team in the NBA without one. The youngest team in the league. 6 players, 21 years and younger.
What you cannot do in this situation, you lose a game, a big emotional game. And you saw what happened to Milwaukee. They went into Toronto last night and got beaten by the Toronto. So it was an emotional game for a lot of reasons. Miles, just the rivalry. What you cannot afford to do as a Pacer is you can't take this game for granted, having used up a great deal of energy in the game 2 nights ago.
And they have 2 big-time scorers in Michael Porter Jr., who hit the 3 to start, and Cam Thomas, who's averaging 24.5 points per game. Terrence Mann. And that's a miss and a rebound by Jarris Walker.
There you go, advance it.
Walker, the blow by and the leg in.
He did one, at least one last night, because that threat at the 3-point line did a really good job just making a way to the rim.
He had 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists, Jarris Walker, on Monday against the Bucks.
See, the assists don't surprise me. You and I talked about it. He may be on the team now. He's the best passer. He's a little bit more of a risk taker, but he's the best passer.
I mean, he's had 5 games, Glenn, to your point, of 4 or more assists. I mean, that's 5 out of 7.
That was supposed to be a lob that Siakam just threw way too high for Jackson to get it. Matter of fact, the only thing that saved it was the backboard.
And Porter Jr. has his 2nd field goal. Missed the last game Monday against Minnesota due to personal reasons. They lost 125-109 to the Timberwolves at home, and now Porter Jr. with the team. And it will be Brooklyn ball with 10:14 to play as the Pacers have turned it over 2 straight times.
Yeah, I think that one was, they call it turn. I believe it was on Neesmith. Chris, Michael Porter Jr., he's had some big nights in Denver. And I think the best night he's had so far Brooklyn is like a 17-17 night.
And Terrence Mann with the basket, and it's 7-2 Nets. Walker, a 3 short. Indiana has struggled this year, and Neesmith got it back, and Neesmith got it blocked.
The Texans will protect the rim.
And now Shepherd.
Good ball shot fake. Really good basketball. A shot fake, ladies and gentlemen, different than a ball fake, is you fake as though you're going to shoot it, particularly when there's a closeout to force a defensive player to have to make a decision whether to stop, keep going, and they usually make the wrong decision. But he did this the other bit. He did this the other night. He's taking the ball to the basket.
He is the longest tenured net, Nick Claxton.
I mean, just a really good job. A great shooter. That's a shot fake. It's just really raising up your shoulders, your eyes, and then you get yourself in position to go. Quick take to the basket. Jackson not quite ready for the take by Claxton. He fouled him.
14 points and 7 rebounds on the year for Claxton. He averaged 10 and 7 last year. He had 19, 8, and 7 assists against Minnesota on Monday night. That was a game they trailed Quinn only by 3 after 3 quarters.
Great. Oh, pass just threw him a little long. It's a late pass, the right idea. Good basketball, solid basketball. The 2 guys you were talking about, Chris, Walker and Jackson.
Isaiah Jackson has his first basket, 21 and 10. And his last 3 games, he's averaging a near double-double, 13 points and almost 10 rebounds per game. Clowney goes inside, and that's going to be a foul on Walker.
What I marvel at as you look at this is the recognition. Jackson is not normally a guy that had recognized those kind of things before. We talked about the passing ability of Walker. He delivered it on time. Jackson made the quick cut, the roll, and was able to get a bucket out of it.
Noah Clowney, third year out of Alabama, averaging 6 points and 4 rebounds, but he had 15 points and 6 rebounds against the Timberwolves on Monday. And as we mentioned, down just 3 after 3 quarters. They were outscored 34-21 in the fourth. And Minnesota picked up that 16-point win. There's the head coach, Jordi Fernandez, his second year. Longtime assistant. And the Canadian national coach. And it's a 12-6 Brooklyn lead.
Look at this. Jackson's bringing the ball down. Oh, Jackson, I thought he was working on his real swagger game.
That's going to be knocked out of bounds. It will be Pacers ball. And the shot clock at 7. Brooklyn is giving up 128 points per game, and opponents shooting 53%. We know the Pacers have struggled. They've not had a game above 45% yet. Siakam's going to go to work.
Good shot. Oh, I thought he was going to hit the backboard right above the square. Instead, he hit the backboard above the square of the backboard. He's the one guy, Chris, that we got to keep an eye on, because he's had to work so hard. You wonder if this is one of the games, and the body is a funny thing, and I think he's probably in great shape. It'll want to take a break, because he had to work hard with Giannis and even Miles' son. That's his favorite way to go and shoot it. He wants to go left, and he shoots the big-time shot at the three-point line.
And a 9-point lead for the Brooklyn Nets out of the gate.
15-6 lead over the Pacers first quarter at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Now, it feels like at least half of my Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance sideline reports this season have been injury updates. That continued on Monday, leading well-respected Pacers writer Caitlin Cooper to post, "I just want the Pacers to play a game where no one gets hurt or has an injury scare." Kevin Pritchard responded, "Amen, Caitlin." There you see Kevin Pritchard. I know this has been a challenge for the front office and really everyone with all of these injuries. Guys, technically, the Dallas game and the Atlanta game are the only two that we did not have in-game Pacers injury updates. And we do want to add Johnny Furphy, Quentin Jackson. They will probably not be available for this upcoming Western Conference road trip, according to head coach Rick Carlisle.
Yeah, both left on crutches Monday night after the game against the Bucks here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. JJ, as always, on the Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance sideline. Out of a double team, Siakam catches with 7 to shoot, and his 3 is going to bounce in. It's a 15-9 Brooklyn lead. Just underway on this Wednesday night, Pacers and the Nets. Indiana won 3 of the 4 games last year. They won 3 straight after losing in Brooklyn. And that is short, rebounded by Neesmith.
Got partially blocked. Shepard got his hand up. You got to keep moving. Yeah, everybody's staying there. You got to keep moving.
He goes right around his defender, and it was partially deflected by Clowney. And then Thomas throws it way out near the 8-second line. Porter Jr. launches, no good. Rebound, Neesmith.
You got to get some value though. You need somebody running with you. Nice job. Really good job. When I was talking about nice job, he was able to establish the contact. And from there, he knew how, it's an interesting thing. What kind of balance you need to be on in order to make a shot. Now, we've seen him make a couple with that left hand.
Second field goal for Jackson. Pacers have cut the lead down, and that's going to be a reach-in foul on the side on Siakam.
Watch this. It's bang. Now, he knows how hard you can jump because he banged it. Even though it's hard to tell, these guys have so much strength and so much ability to stay balanced. It's really incredible, and you worry about that with people with Achilles, and Jackson's showing you that he can do it.
And he goes up to get that rebound. No, that's Walker on the Cam Thomas miss.
You got to Siakam was being guarded by Bam.
Right back to Neesmith, who's going to shoot a 3, no good.
No, Michael Porter Jr. got after him.
And the step through knocked out of there by Sheppard.
Really good, helping out there, because Michael Porter Jr. thought he had a layup.
Brooklyn is going to be the first team to use its bench, and it'll be Tyrese Martin, third year out of UConn. Averaging 7 points and 3 rebounds, 3 of his last 4. He's been in double figures. And Isaiah Jackson up high to get the rebound. Two very good offensive rebounding teams. This one open for Nesmith, too strong. It's batted out by Brooklyn.
Nice job keeping active and staying alive for Jackson. Yeah, you see Coach Carlisle's getting P out, because P's had a load.
Yeah, they get.
Anytime you got to guard, first of all, you guarding Giannis Antetokounmpo, he had a big game defensively.
And Jeremiah Robinson Earl comes in. He's the first on the hardship exemption and playing his 3rd game with the Pacers.
He seems to have a good feel, Chris. That's how to play basketball. Okay, Sheppard's your point guard out here, which is highly unusual.
Tyrese Halliburton knows him well from his youth days. Here's Walker, put it up, no good. And there's Robinson Earl to a cutting Jarace Walker.
Walker I expected to make the basket, but I'm looking to see, since you've got to find some guys and pick up some plays, I want to see if Robinson Earl can do it, because he's got good size.
Good defense there by the Pacers. Nearly came up with a steal. Shot clock halfway through. We're halfway through the first quarter.
They don't have a lot of, this is their offense. This is the best offensive threat they have right here. And Robinson Earl did a nice job. He's in it. See, they don't have a lot of options. I mean, just a really good read here. This is having nice patience, little look away as Walker's coming to the rim. But getting that offensive glass is a big piece of it. And being patient and letting the game kind of evolve, as they say, come to you, but let it evolve. It'll show itself.
And Tony Bradley checks in for Isaiah Jackson.
What I think has been taken a little bit for granted is the Pacers with the hardships and everything else. Chris, with the exception of the Memphis game, have been in every game.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've had very little practice time. That's going to be a loose ball foul. And it's on Michael Porter Jr. And to your point, Quinn, out of the 7 games, 5 have been clutch. You had the Dallas game came to the final possession. Monday's game came to the final possession. Opening night, double overtime against OKC. You're right, they've been in the game.
Been in the games, and that's giving yourself a chance. And in this league, that's all you can ever do. Now, you'd like to be able to make plays, but sometimes you have Antetokounmpo, you have great players that just make better plays.
Ray J. Dennis checks in for Ben Sheppard. Sheppard averaging 7 points per game. Ray J averaging 8 alongside a career best 4 assists. Robinson Earl started the year in training camp with Dallas. Nesmith raises up. Well, he's just been off.
Well, he's doing something that he doesn't normally do. This is part of a growth process. Chris, remember when he first started, he could not even dribble the ball and make a play. Now he's trying to dribble and make shots. And that's new. Not that he can't do it, but it's just not something that he started out doing, and he'll have to grow in that process, because that's what everybody has to do when you're making up for an all-NBA player like Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, that's what he likes.
That's his job. That's what he does. He knocks down catch-and-shoot shots.
Top 10 in three-point shooting last year at 43%. Here's Porter Jr., and he has hit 3 of those.
On the left side, or going to his left, he's very comfortable.
Michael Porter Jr., 6 years in Denver. That's knocked out of there by Martin. 10 to shoot.
Yeah, he was waiting on Bradley, who set the screen to avail himself, and Bradley never did. So at that point, Dennis is in the air trying to make up a pass. Who's subbing? We got a sub. We got to delay a game. No, they're not subbing. They must have changed their mind.
And now somebody is coming up.
Deron Sharp.
Yep. 5th year out of North Carolina. And he's going to check in, and he'll replace Nick Claxton. Sharp, a first-round draft pick, averaging 6 points and 5 rebounds. He was drafted by Phoenix back in 2021, traded to Brooklyn. And bounce pass.
Get open, get open.
Comes to Bradley. 8 to shoot. Walker, guarded by Zaire Williams. Now it's Martin defending. Walker step through, and no good. Rebound tipped out. Robinson Earl got it. He got it again, and missed it again. Got it again. And
It's great effort. He doesn't have enough lift to finish, Chris. That's really what you were able to see there. But you got it twice, and usually if you get it the second time, you explode through that defense to get it where it needs to go. As Walker gets his hand on the ball, and Robinson Earl can't explode that way.
5th NBA year for Robinson Earl. Started his career in Oklahoma City, played the last 2 years in New Orleans.
But you got to give him credit, Chris, for getting his hands on 2 or 3 offensive rebounds.
And Brooklyn takes a timeout with 3:37 to play in the opening quarter. Nets have led by as many as 9. They have a 4-point first quarter lead. To 16, Nets have led by as many as 9. Our total parlay odds are plus 239. We're going to look at the first quarter spread, plus 3.5, minus 108. And the first quarter total points over 54.5, minus 114. That's courtesy of FanDuel. There's Jarace Walker on the bench talking with assistant coach Lloyd Pierce. And we'll see who has checked in. Talon Peter has come in now for the Pacers. And again, you mentioned it, Quinn. What you'll see, especially with Pascal, is getting him out for certain stretches of time because he has so much on his plate.
Yeah, that is true, Chris. And here's the other thing I think that we have to all factor in. The game is faster, so you can't play the game as long with that kind of intensity. So you're going to have to, and this is what I'm watching Rick Carlisle do. He knows that that's the situation. You normally could play yourself probably 7-8 minutes. You can't do that with the up and down game now. You can't do that. I mean, you've got to load like Siakam is carrying. If you can get him 4.5, 5 minutes steady, get him a blow for a minute and a half, 2 minutes, you can keep him fresh.
Brooklyn turns it over. Pacers have Peter, Dennis, Robinson Earl, Bradley, and Siakam out there.
Dennis made a mistake. You don't go to Bradley and then go away from him. Because this is put pressure on Siakam.
Siakam goes inside and scores. And it's 20-18, Brooklyn with a 2-point lead.
Yeah, I like this pressure. Yeah.
Yegor Joman, a rookie out of BYU, native of Russia, is out there. And a 3 by Martin. They've hit 4 threes already. Like Indiana, they've struggled this year, just 32%.
That was a contested 3 that Martin just hit.
They are 4 of 5 from behind the arc. The Pacers 2 of 5. And Tyrese Martin, in his 3rd year out of UConn, was a 2nd-round draft pick back in 2022. Here's a 3. It's off the mark. Peter tried to get the rebound, but they run sharp, got it. 5-point Brooklyn lead.
He's throwing that one away. They run sharp.
That was stripped away by Peter.
He's such a big guy. Thank goodness he doesn't have quite the touch of a smaller man.
I had a chance to do a post-game interview with Talon Peter the other night. That's on Siakam.
That's part of being tired. You normally don't make that kind of call. That's part of being tired.
So after the game on Monday, Quinn, with our rookie season ticket holders, I was with Talon Peter and Cam Jones, and I asked Talon what it's like to be out there after having watched the Pacers play in the NBA Finals against Oklahoma City, and of course played against the Bucks in the first round. Yeoman, and his 3 is off, and Taylor told me it's surreal. He goes, it's really surreal to be out there with these guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely. When you go out there with the world's best athletes playing a game that is really fast-paced.
That's off the mark.
It's off the mark. He's at the basket, almost shot it over the rim. My goodness.
Dennis gets around to Yeoman. And nearly threw it away. Siakam has it again. He whips it out. Dennis shot fake, and his little teardrop is short. He gets it back, and a loose ball foul on Jalen Wilson, who just checked in. 3rd year out of Kansas.
I look, these guys get this amazed look like, you knocked him over. What are you talking about? It didn't touch him.
Robinson, Earl, Dennis, Bradley, Peter, Siakam.
Gotta go. Shot clock's under 5.
And Pascal for 3. It's no good. Sharp the rebound.
These guys that are on the floor with him, they've got to recognize that. Otherwise, they'll wear him out.
Williams for 3, no good. Robinson, Earl the rebound. Played his college basketball at Villanova. Now out of a double team. Robinson, Earl to the rim, and right off his knee.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Coach Carlisle says next play. If they make a good basketball play, the Nets do. Let's go make the next play.
First quarters have been an issue for the Pacers. Just 18 first quarter points. They're 8 of 25 from the field, 32%.
I was listening to the staff. There's the thing that they said, and that is really important here. I was talking to Eddie Gill. It is easy to not have your concentration. The coaching staff is talking about this is going to be a grinded out game. It is one of those, it's just because you got human nature. This isn't about the talent. It's about fighting through what you just lost and a hungry team.
Siakam. Missed it, tipped up. Bradley fights for it. 5 seconds to play. Wilson.
Oh, boy.
Zaire Williams.
Got it.
And they got the basket.
It's a grinded. You got to grind it. It's a grinded game. Everybody needs to get up and figure that out.
Pacers score a season-low 18 first quarter points. And the Brooklyn Nets, who have not trailed, led by as many as 9. They have a 7-point lead after a quarter. 25-18 Brooklyn on your home of Pacers basketball, FanDuel Sports Network. Here's a look at our Hyundai first quarter game summary. 7-point lead for Brooklyn. Pacers shoot just 30% from the field. Did not get to the free throw line. Brooklyn made 4 threes, and 3 of those from Michael Porter Jr. We have an injury update. Let's check in with Jeremiah Johnson.
Spent a lot of the pregame show talking about Michael Porter Jr. and Cam Thomas. Well, Cam Thomas, 6 minutes, over 2 from the field. He is out for the remainder of this game, left hamstring tightness. So the Nets had a couple of high-powered scorers. One of them will not play in the remainder of this game for Brooklyn.
That's Juwan Howard there on the right of Cody Fernandez. Well, I mean, again, I hope he's fine tomorrow, because he's the only other option they really have to score the ball on a consistent basis. He's the guy that can go get a bucket. And they have now, they don't have him on the floor, but Michael Porter Jr. is the only other person.
Full pressure. And the ball in the hands of Ben Shepherd, who started at the point. He's out there again with Siakam, Peter. For the first time, Cody Martin makes his Pacers debut. Signed earlier today.
They're playing him like they play Giannis. They were loading up. Yeah, they were loading up like you play Giannis.
Jay Huff is also in for the first time. And a 3 is off the mark. It's batted out. That's what Brooklyn does. And another 3 missed. Yeoman, the rookie out of BYU, misses, and here comes Siakam in the quarter to Peter. Now to Jay Huff for 3.
Huge.
Got it.
That's huge. You got finding somebody else to score is going to be really important, because I think Siakam will score, but I just think he's going to have a much more difficult time than he's had in any of the previous games.
And the Pacers on a run. Here's Peter. Goes to the basket, out to Shepherd. His 3 is off and no good. Rebound, Huff tried to get the rebound. He was fouled.
Get a pace that the Pacers like. So pushing the ball up the court is what you want to have happen. You see Pete get it up there, then you get a really good look by Huff, who steps into that shot. He got the ball on a catch, ready to shoot it. Sometimes he just catches it and is not ready to make a basketball play. He was ready to take a shot there.
Yeah, just 3 of 16 from 3 coming in. Shot 41% last year in Memphis. Peter with the move.
So he made the move, he just missed the shot.
Inside, and it's blocked away. The Pacers have a 2-on-1. And Shepherd lays it in and a foul.
They're going to find some different people that's got to score the ball. What I love about Siakam, he's not trying to force the action. He makes the appropriate play after you get the block here. Huff does a nice job getting in position. Martin comes over as well, but here, because you get it out in transition, you can get some good things there. Sheppard got a bucket and foul.
And the Pacers have a chance to tie it now, or check that pull within one. It's 25-23. Ben Sheppard in his third year at Belmont. And Sheppard has 5, 25-24, Brooklyn. Mann has come back in. Clowney and Claxton are out there, so 3 starters.
Mann is the oldest guy on the team. He's 29.
And Cody Martin.
Can he get a finish? Yeah, give him one. That's a bucket.
First basket with the Pacers.
Because he plays some good defense.
And Huff blocked the shot. The officials called a foul. Will the second.
Really good. He ripped from the backside. He's able to come up with it. And see, Pascal just throws one on one bounce that doesn't have to be dribbled. Allows for a clean hoop. Everybody on the bench likes that.
Claxton at the free throw line hits. I thought the Pacers were looking back at that second bench to see if they would challenge. They opted not to. Last season in Charlotte and Phoenix, you see the numbers from Cody Martin. We saw his twin brother Caleb in Dallas. They were teammates in Charlotte for many years. Played their college basketball together at Nevada. Siakam goes right to the basket and put it up no good and draws the foul. Tied at 26. And free throws now for Pascal Siakam. I'll tell you what, the good news is, the 2 Martins, I remember back in the day in Charlotte, you talk about identical.
Yes. Yeah, they as you get older, it's just apparent. I don't know, I'm saying apparent, not as apparent. But you just kind of get your own identity. It's almost like those guys that always looked the same and enjoyed that look.
Now a message from Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
Your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent helps guide you through the process so you don't have to go it alone.
This means we get to talk to Denise. Denise!
Hey!
So good to see you.
And that's going to be tipped out. And Martin's over there trying to save it. But they're going to say it is Brooklyn ball. Indiana has its first 2 leads of the night at 26-25 and now 27-26.
I actually think he should have been Pacers ball. It's just your Lincoln will do there. He can only go left.
And the basket by Claxton.
That's why they put him on that right side. They put him on the right side of the foul line because that's where you're coming back to your strong hand. That's Huff. Let him go that way and then tried to come across and get the block. Didn't get there in time, and it's off the glass and in.
And 6 points for Nick Claxton.
This is the thing that Rick is a tremendous coach. What he does is rotate people in and out in order to keep them effective. He's getting, again, Siakam out of the game.
And Cody Martin will also check out, so Neesmith back in, Robinson Earl back in, Walker back in, and now Michael Porter Jr. is in. He has 11, all in the first quarter. Came in shooting 33% from three-point range, 3 of 3 tonight. And Claxton has 7, and the Brooklyn lead is 2 at 29-27. Pacers have 10 assists already. That's a good number because they're averaging just about 23 per game.
Yeah, and that's very different. And down from not having an all-NBA player when you're averaging close to 29. That's not his game. That's not his game.
Robinson Earl scores.
Yeah, but did you see how easy that was? Oh, did I get a McConnell? Oh, I thought Shep almost had a McConnell. I thought he had one. I thought he had a McConnell. Look, just a really good play by Earl. I mean, he shoots that easily. Then we almost had him. He's ready to go.
Just an instinctive shot there by Robinson Earl on that catch.
Those are not easy shots. That's what you're absolutely right. You can see he was very comfortable taking that shot.
And he played USA basketball with Tyrese Halliburton. He told us about that last week. And a three is splashed by Terrence Mann, who after 5.5 years played the back in LA with the Clippers, played the back half of last year in Atlanta. Shepard for three.
Oh, Shep's starting to feel it a little bit.
1 of 17 in his last 4 games from three-point range. He ties it at 32.
He has that shooter's mentality. You can't get hot if you don't shoot it. That's the point.
Claxton put it in on a nice drive by Porter Jr. 3.5 minutes of this quarter. Shepard to Huff.
Great play by Shep. Shep is rolling. He's doing a good job in terms of turning the corner, drawing the defense, and being effective as the playmaker. He doesn't look. He turns the corner. Claxton in number 33, not quite sure where to go. He eventually had to try to get back. He got back, but fouled Huff.
Second foul on Claxton. 4th team foul against Brooklyn. And Jay Huff, 5 of 5 now on the year at the free throw line. And Sharp is back in for Brooklyn, played off the bench early. Also, Tyrese Martin has returned. And it looks like Claxton is leaving. And
They had 6 people in there.
Tony Bradley getting ready to come back in. Isaiah Jackson was waiting. He'll go back to the bench.
Part of the reason, if you look, that's Day'Ron Sharpe. He's a bigger body. And then if you can give Bradley some minutes. I mean, those are all the kind of things a coach has to think about. You know, you need to make sure you keep Bradley sharp. You like what you got from Jackson, but in terms of the body, you'd probably much rather put Tony Bradley's body on Day'Ron Sharpe, who's probably 270, 280. Then you want the 250 pounds of Isaiah Jackson.
Man turns the corner, got it from Porter Jr., and he scores.
And Walker's got to do a better job because Mann's not big enough. Mann's only about 6'5". Walker's closer to 6'7", 6'8".
Pacers have used 11 of their 12 available players. Off again.
That was some confidence. He caught it and stepped back for the three.
Jay Huff has come off the Pacers bench and scored 8.
I mean, this was just a really confident shot. Watch him catch it. And he knows right now he's shooting it, knowing that Sharpe's not going to get out there, and knocks it down.
Pacers now 5 of 10 from three-point range. Again, they come in on the year at just over 30%, dead last in the NBA. A year ago, they were 9th. They were the top playoff three-point shooting team, but as you can watch, many different players on the floor this year for Indiana. That's a miss. Off the rebound. Two-man game. Walker picks it up in the corner. Robinson Earl hits. 5 points off the bench for Robinson Earl. Pacers bench is
he carried the
15
ball.
to 40.
Give me some of that. He took 3 steps. Listen, if they let you and I do that, we can play in the league today ourselves. Gee. Well, okay. No, we do a little bit of the half court anyway. I'm not bringing the full court. Watch. 1, 2, 3. Well, he already had passed it. He had the ball before, picked the ball up and took 3 steps, and then dropped it again.
Terrence Mann has started all 8 games for Brooklyn this year. Nets are 0-7, 0-4 at home, 0-3 on the road. Pacers 1-6, 1-3 at home, have yet to win on the road. They're 0-3. And Indiana hits the road starting on Saturday night for a 4-game Western Conference road trip at Denver. Pacers trying to handle that full court pressure. They only had Taylen Peter down there. Now they get it to Robinson Earl. Robinson Earl is just one of those guys you can stick him anywhere.
That's what you can see. He just has a fit.
pass and a basket by Neesmith. That was Jarris Walker. Again, 5 times this year, 4 or more assists.
Recognition is really important, and you got to take some risk. That pass is pass watch before he clears the screen. And quite frankly, I'm not sure Neesmith thought it was coming because it comes hard. And fortunately, Neesmith ran through the pass, caught it to get the bucket.
That's
one Walker when he threw it. I'm not sure he knew that Neesmith was going to get through there.
That's already his 4th assist. We're only in the 2nd quarter. So 6 times now this year, Walker's had 4 or more. It's been surprising that the Neesmith free throw shooting, 90% last year, but to your point, got a lot on his plate.
Yeah, got a lot more on his plate. Got ready to bounce the ball. When he bounces the Robinson in.
Look at him bring the ball up the floor.
The coach doesn't read what the next play is. And if you watch him, I'm not sure where Peter was throwing that. But even if that pass had been caught, it was going back court. But anyway, you got to like the fact the Pacers, you know,
they've got 14 assists on 16 made field goals. It's our Menards big money feature.
You don't want any one person to have to carry the load, so this is what you need to have. The big money feature is the ability to find people that can make plays. And look here, we may have found someone that can make shots, but sharing the ball is one of the most important things that any club can do. You can see these Pacers have gotten 14 assists on 16 baskets. Now, okay, I don't know what the folks at home want to do, but we want to start taking a look at your hockey assist and figuring out what we can do with that hockey assist. Because it is, Chris, it is a very good stat. Yeah. Now, I gotta. The hockey assist is the second assist. Right. Now, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. There's another one that Chris likes. If I pass the ball to you at home, and you at home get fouled in the process of making a shot, you don't make the shot, you make one foul shot, then Chris gets an assist.
Right.
Okay, so we need to look at both of those.
But what we learned from our friend in New Zealand is Huff blocks the shot over a week ago is in FIBA. That is something.
I'm trying to get it to the NBA. Come on, partner. We're trying to advance it. We're trying to advance
That's
it.
right.
But yeah, FIBA already does exactly that, what you said, what you suggested.
That was an interesting shot. He was trying to shoot it over the backboard.
I was trying not to laugh because we were in the middle of a conversation.
And we've seen some interesting passes tonight. Huff catch, shoot again. This time short. Again, the 200th meeting tonight in the NBA between Pacers and Nets. And you remember the long-time ABA rivals back in the 60s and the early 70s. Throws it down.
Yeah, I kind of could see that one coming because he's able to get a body into Huff.
Pacers started this quarter 8 of 11 from the field after shooting just 30% in the first 12 minutes. A drive by Walker, and he banks it in. He's getting an opportunity, Corey, with the extended minutes because of the injury situation. Would have been a part of the Pacers score anyway.
That's a shot. That's a shot. Yeah, you're right. Walker is getting it. But he also, Chris, I think is because Siakam has set, because he needed to sit, because Chris Carlisle needs to do, he's been able to be more assertive because he's the one person on the floor. And I don't know if anybody's been more assertive than Huff. He's coming off the curl taking a shot. But I mean, looking at Walker. Nice job. He closed out on him on that left side. And it's the right shoulder he likes to get pointed toward the basket. And you got to know when you play against him.
Mann, stop and go, cut off by Peter, but put in. And Terrence Mann has scored 11. And a timeout taken by Rick Carlisle and the Pacers after a 44-40 lead. 5 straight Brooklyn points. 4:49 to play. Indiana Pacers basketball tonight on FanDuel Sports Network is presented by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. 4 ties, 4 lead changes. Brooklyn by 1. Let's check the Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance sideline with JJ.
Jay Huff going to get a breather right now. He was scheduled to exit the game earlier, but when he made his second three-pointer, Tony Bradley, who was at the scorer's table, was summoned back to the bench. Good to see him knock down those three-point shots. It was a topic that I brought up with Jay Huff earlier. I asked him if he was always known as a stretch five type of player. He said his freshman year of high school, he was just a spot-up shooter, and it was a strength of his that he just continued. And he did acknowledge that last year he got a lot of opportunities with Memphis to shoot, and he looked forward to more of that this year. Slow start shooting-wise this season for the Pacers, but good to see those two go down.
Yeah, he would have expected to play with T.J. McConnell and Andrew Nembhard, but of course, those two guys out with injury. Siakam goes to work, but left it short. Porter Jr. with the rebound as Mann has 11. Porter Jr. in double figures has hit 4 threes.
Nice job defensively. Because you got Jackson was on he went right for it. He's not as comfortable going right. I mean, he's a long-distance shooter, there's no doubt. And this is a much more aggressive in Michael Porter Jr. than it was in Denver.
Cody Martin has come in. His bounce pass was a little errant there, picked up by Jackson. Walker goes to the basket, followed by Isaiah. Jackson has 6. And the Pacers back in front, 46-45. And Cody Martin was signed earlier today, another hardship exemption for the Pacers.
Recognition of opportunity. Sets a screen, rolls, some rolls short. Isaiah rolls hard to the rim as he should, because he's a guy that can finish above the rim, not necessarily a three-point shooter. So you either pick and pop, pick and short roll, or roll hard to the basket. Jackson is a guy that rolls hard to the basket.
Foul was on Siakam, his second.
You may see Jackson every now and then do a short roll, but he's got to know that if he short rolls, that means somebody from the corner is helping and make that pass.
Michael Porter Jr.'s had a pair of 20-point and 30-point games this year. Had 32 against Atlanta in a 117-112 loss. That's his season high. Also has had 17 rebounds in a game. He had a double-double, 17 points, 17 rebounds against Philadelphia on Sunday. They were in a back. Oh, Shepard lays it in.
Shep turned on the Jets on him. I mean, from the half-court line, it looked like he was cruising. And then all of a sudden, he hit the cheat code.
Shep is in double figures with 10.
It watch. Looked like cheat code. Get him a bucket.
Ben Shepard with his second double-figure game. And he's got 8 of those 10 points here in this quarter. Man back at the free throw line. The one thing, Quinn, that the Pacers did in their first 3 or 4 games, they were really outshot, outpointed at the free throw line. That has not been the case over the last 3 games. But tonight, this is free throw number 12 already for Brooklyn. The Pacers just 4 of 6.
Which is another place that you can have a problem. The problem that the Pacers struggled with, even some last year, was that, earlier this year, is a lot of fouls.
Siakam draws the foul. And it's on Noah Clowney. Yeah, the last 3 games, the Pacers 79% at the line, plus 30 in makes and 35 more attempts than their opponent. The previous 2, they were minus 20 in makes and minus 19 in attempts. So that's
a big deficit to overcome.
I mean, that's why they had the win against Golden State on Saturday and the narrow loss the other night to Milwaukee here on Giannis's basket at the buzzer. Coming up, Jay Giannetti standing by, our Chevrolet halftime report. Final home game of the 4-game homestand. Siakam missed them both. It's been that kind of year at the line. He's been great. The free throw shooting just 60%.
He wasn't close to that. That one never got above the rim. He's too good of a shooter for that. Did he throw a switcher? Nice job. Did he travel?
It's Pacers ball. Is that point that you want to see from Jarace Walker on a defensive end elevate his game?
Yeah, yes, Chris. You definitely want to see that. What you want to see is that they don't feel like they can comfortably score against you if you're Jarace Walker, because he does some good things on the other end.
Shep got it inside with a left hand to Jackson.
Shep is playing. I mean, we talked about Isaiah Jackson who's being the beneficiary of that. But Shep's made buckets, he's made passes. He's really playing a solid floor game.
Second assist for Shepard. He's 4 of 5 from the field.
Yeah, but they don't have your assists and the secondary assists. I'm serious, because that's what Shep's done. He's advanced it at the right places and the right time.
Now the Pacers advance again, and Walker ran into Claxton. It will be Pacers ball. 9 lead changes, 6 ties. Brooklyn led the entire first quarter, led by as many as 9 in a quarter where the Pacers shot just 30%. They've been much better here in the second. Jackson to the basket, left hand again, rolls out.
It's one of those things that subconsciously, you violated the rules. He traveled when he started to play. He's going left.
Catch and shoot 3. Williams no good. And Siakam has the rebound. He's going to race it right down the floor and lay it in.
Love it. Love it. Force the timeout on the other end because nobody stopped him. And what great recognition of Siakam to be able to get the ball and push it up the court to get a bucket.
Bucket forces a Brooklyn timeout. Indiana by 3 with 2:08 to play in the first half at 52-49.
Fresh legs allow you to get the ball, push it up. You can see those eyes are telling him exactly where the opportunity is. And before you know it, he's got it in the bucket and he gets fouled.
Let's look at these numbers. It's our American Home Shield reliable coverage.
Okay, let's take a look.
Most points through the first 7 games in Pacers history. Reggie Miller back in 95-96 with 185. Siakam with 182. And a guy, John Williamson, Super John Williamson, played for the Nets in the ABA days and also with the Pacers in 77-78, 181 points. That's a lot early, and the Pacers have needed that.
Reggie!
Yeah, that's a throwback T-shirt.
No question.
Full court pressure. Williams will bring it up for Brooklyn. Two minutes to go here in the first half. And Cam Thomas went out with the injury. This guy made 4 threes, but he's missed a couple back-to-back now. Michael Porter Jr. out to Nesmith. Catch, shoot 3, got it.
But that is just a function of having played with each other. Because literally, as he was going in the air and expecting to be trapped, Siakam had already noted that coming and being able to do a catch and shoot with Nesmith. Shep is playing this game today.
Shepard lays it in.
He really is. All aspects. Comes up with the steal.
Pacers on a 9-0 run. They trailed 49-48. They forced the turnover, and Shepard and the Pacers lead it by 8.
Should have gotten an offensive foul call in his favor at this moment to go. Nice job.
Porter Jr. drives, bumped, and got it. You're right, they are running that offense through Michael Porter Jr.
Not many options. We already noted, JJ noted, Cam Thomas is a bucket. And Michael Porter Jr., they're the 2 scorers. And Thomas is out.
And Siakam is the bucket getter for the Pacers. Double team comes. Clowney knocks it out.
Got 8 seconds on the shot clock. 8 on the shot clock. I like it. Got a little help from the scores table there.
57-51 Indiana.
Get it in. Get it in. Yeah, that was close.
Shot clock at 4. Nesmith against Williams, blocked, got it back, and that's going to be a shot clock violation.
Again, that's a tough shot, a tough spot for him to be in because he just doesn't do that. And I look at Coach Carlisle, he doesn't scream, not scream about. He just reacts, understanding Nesmith is not a guy that can get that shot at the end unless somebody makes a move and you get 2 feet in the paint and kick it out to him.
Pacers' 7th turnover. Brooklyn has 8, and 5 of them are in this quarter. Claxton is fouled by Isaiah Jackson.
Unnecessarily. and then pick up the second foul. With less than 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, that's one of those two. Claxton's not going to hurt you 25 feet away from the basket, is it?
No, sir. No. You called it.
But he will hurt you at the free throw line. And Claxton has 10. 3 in double figures for Brooklyn, 18 for Porter Jr., 13 for Mann, 10 for Claxton. Shepherd leads a balanced Pacers starting lineup with 12. And Siakam grabs the rebound. He has just some huge numbers on the board this year for the Pacers, leading them in every category: points, rebounds, assists. Pascal goes inside, high up off the glass.
A really tough shot there. I mean, they were waiting for him, and he still was able to make a solid play out of it.
59-52. Mann spins. Missed it, and that will be tipped, but the red light appeared to be on. And we'll have to wait and see from the officials. But Indiana will have the halftime lead. Right now it's 59-52. Jeremiah Johnson is standing by with Jay Huff.
Jay, 18 first quarter points, 41 in the second quarter. You were a big part of that. What changed offensively?
I think we got our rhythm a little bit better in the second quarter. Games come and go. I think we just went on our run, and I think that's, we got to continue that in the third.
Before the game, Rick Carlisle said he was most concerned about their rebounding ability. You're really holding your own in the glass. What was the emphasis before the game in that area?
Yeah, we just got to hit somebody. Those guys all crash. Aaron Sharp, I've been playing against him since college, and he was the same way. He's a beast on the boards, but we just got to keep them off the boards and make sure we limit them to one shot.
Thank you, Jay.
Appreciate it.
Best quarter of the year for the Pacers, 64% from the field in the second. As JJ mentioned, they scored 41 second quarter points. The officials are still at the monitor looking to see. Right now the score says 59-54. It could change in the Chevy halftime report on your home of Pacers basketball, FanDuel Sports Network. Moments ago, Jeremiah Johnson on the sideline with first-year assistant coach Johnny Carpenter.
Johnny, I'll ask you the same question I asked Jay. What changed offensively first quarter to second quarter?
Our pace is everything to us. We had 30 points in the first 8 seconds, so we just got to keep the pace going.
You're only up 5, though, or 4, 5. What needs to happen in that second half, because they're a scrappy team?
Got to contain Michael Porter Jr., got to defend without fouling, and got to continue to do a good job on the glass.
All right, there's 3 keys from Johnny. Thank you.
Yep, thank you so much.
The keys, for sure.
You're right. Keep them off the free throw line. They had 14 attempts. The Pacers had just 8. I thought Indiana did a pretty good job attacking the rim. They just didn't get the foul shots that they've had the last few games.
Well, not only that, I think there's a little bit, as you can take a look at the halftime storyline, as you can see, Porter's done well. Chris, this is a grinder. When I say a grinder, this is one you got to physically and emotionally get yourself through.
Yeah.
Now, here's why. Who do Pacers play next?
Denver.
Exactly. Coming off an emotional game that probably could have won, should have won. Milwaukee. Now you got to go play Denver. You can get lost in this game thinking I can just get through it, and then you start down, and you got to find a way to get back up. Michael Porter Jr. is the guy you've got to attack from the defensive end to take him out of the offense. Proud of Ben Shepherd because he took some of the pressure off of Siakam, who I think he'll be all right. He's just a little gas.
And to your point, you're coming in, you got your first win of the year Saturday night against Golden State, one of the top teams in the West. Then you had that emotional game against the Bucks with Miles Turner coming back. This is that game right in the middle before you go out west, as you said.
Yeah, it's just my point. This is a tough game.
You can see Indiana in the third quarter so good in the fourth quarter. The Pacers scored 38 fourth quarter points Monday night in the loss to Milwaukee. They scored 41 here in the second. And you can see the third quarter has been an issue. Minus 7.1, ranked 28. Again, in the 2 previous games, the Pacers led at the half. They lost both of those games. They'll have the ball to start the third quarter. I think she put it the wrong way.
Yes, she did. Wait.
Oh, she
She may need some help. Yeah, she may need something. No, they got the ball in already.
Michael Porter Jr. hits the three.
He's got a technical, too. I told you, this is the same field. He just got tossed. He just got tossed. I knew this was coming. Remember I told you before?
Yeah.
They weren't having a cut. She never backed away from him. And the question is, was the ball out initially? Was it that it was awarded to them being Brooklyn? Is that in fact the case? Now, and Rick was trying to ask the question. Okay, so no, that's the second play. That one is after the fact. The question was whether or not the ball should have been rewarded to them on the out of bounds play initially, and Rick didn't think that there was a chance to have any, to look at it and figure it out. Okay, who's this out on? I'm still thinking that's Michael Porter Jr., so it should have been Pacers ball. And that's what Coach Carlisle was trying to get taken care of. And before he knew it, he got one, and he kept going because he felt like that was an unfair call and an unfair tech. He got his second. It's going to help them.
Yeah. C.P. Painter is that official alongside Eric Dalen and Mark Davis tonight, and she was quick to throw Rick out.
No, not let you do that. This conversation started in the first half. So it was a part of both of them having some energy push that you don't necessarily need in the game. Rick was disappointed in the calls he's made or missed earlier. And this is just kind of the culmination of that when he felt she made a bad call here. Now, I would say she made a bad call and he had a right to be hot here. But this was not just from that moment. This was from the first half.
And it happened so quickly, and that's a dunk by Clowney, as that is how the quarter has started with 6 straight points. In fact, it goes back to the tip-in at the end of the second quarter when Porter Jr. tipped it in at the buzzer.
Drive it hard. Oh, yeah!
Sit down.
Yeah, drive it hard. I didn't know he's going to finish it like that. Just drive it hard.
Aaron Nesmith with authority. He's got 10. Pacers 61, Brooklyn 60. And going back to that play, there was not even any time to challenge.
Yeah, that's part of what Rick was disappointed in, because he didn't know initially that it was called in favor of Brooklyn. Just a really good take here. Drive the defense down. Man tries to recover. By the time he does, or anybody else, for that matter, it's in the hoop.
Well, it's interesting, Quinn, because I looked at her and she pointed toward the Brooklyn basket, but I just thought she made a mistake because it wasn't.
I think that's what the Pacers thought.
And so that's a free throw by Porter Jr.
That's the second one. And then Rick is already calling, he's already disappointed that there was no conversation or maybe a correction, if you will, because he thought initially the ball had gone out on Brooklyn. And before you knew it, Brooklyn had the ball and Brooklyn was taking it out. And that's why he reacted like that. He didn't overreact. He felt like he didn't get a fair shake.
Now what I'm curious to do is...
Hello, Shep got his hand on it. It wasn't quite like a typical McConnell. Shep got his hands on it. The man's trying to, they're going to review it. They're going to review it. Oh, there's a score change, 2 parts.
That's because I was just going to say that, Quinn. Oh. If you look at that shot that we saw that Michael Porter Jr. took the 3, he had a toe on the line.
Okay, you called it, partner.
So I was just going to say that. I was going to ask you if you thought a blue light might come on, and I believe that's going to be the change there. This is going to be a coach's challenge by Jordi Fernandez.
Brooklyn has called a timeout to initiate the coach's challenge on the out-of-bounds decision awarded to Indiana.
We will take a break after this Sprite coach's challenge and get you.
Last touch by Brooklyn. Brooklyn will be charged with a timeout, and they have no additional challenges. Please reset the game clock to 10:14.
There's a look, great work by our camera crew, led by our director, Todd Kinsey. Our producers, Brian Woodrum, and so Jordi Fernandez loses the timeout, no more challenges. And again, they have made the correction, or will do so. It's now 63-60, as Porter Jr.'s 3 was really a 2.
It's a good time to go to work. After your coach gets thrown out, there's a lot of extra energy. Good time to go to work you know, get on a 7, 8, 9-point run, force a timeout, and then come on another 4 or 5-point run. To take a team that's, which in terms of their confidence, is wobbly at best.
Lloyd Pierce now, the former head coach of the Atlanta Hawks in his 5th year with Rick Carlisle, now out there standing in front of us as Rick Carlisle was ejected here early in the 3rd quarter. Siakam out of a double team.
Move it.
That's slapped away, and that's going to turn into a basket for Porter Jr.
Yeah, that's one where Jackson has to be stronger with the ball because he had the mismatch he was looking for, but he's got to be stronger and quicker with the ball.
65-62. Porter Jr. already with 26 points.
17 and a half, or 20. Yeah,
20 and a half, yeah. Siakam going to work, but bottled up. Shot clock at 8. 9 minutes to play in the 3rd, and a reach-in foul on Terrence Mann. The first foul on Mann, and the first 2 foul against Brooklyn here in the 3rd quarter. Brooklyn coming off a back-to-back losses at home to Philadelphia and Minnesota. They're back home Friday against Detroit. Pacers Saturday start a road trip, and that's a banker, no good. Claxton brings it up the floor. Porter Jr. guarded by Nesmith. Lost the ball, it's loose on the floor. Nesmith is there, and it's Pacers ball.
Michael Porter Jr. is grabbing his right knee. He may have banged it on the floor because I don't think he's accustomed to going down, making those kind of plays. Didn't make many of those in Denver, but solid defense, active hands by Nesmith, and the ball goes out, and it goes out off of Brooklyn.
Porter Jr., 14th. Drafted 14th in 2018, did not play his rookie year in Denver. Part of their championship team a few years ago.
Got it. Put him in the spin cycle. Put him in the spin cycle. You might want to shake him up just a little bit.
16 for Pascal. 7 of 14 from the field with 5 rebounds, 5 assists. And Clowney delivers a 3. Well, Clowney, a 33% career three-point shooter, 24% this year. That's his 9th. Walker lost it. Nets can tie or take the lead.
Clowney just made one. And then another one.
And Lloyd Pierce wants a timeout. So the Pacers turn it over a couple of times. The Nets take advantage on a pair of threes by Clowney, and they lead it by 1. That trio now in charge. This is 8 seconds into the 3rd quarter, Quinn.
Well, this is what started a lot of it. The Pacers see right away, Shep thinks he's going to take the ball out, and you see all of a sudden there's a change, and the decision is made that it's Brooklyn's ball, and this is when Rick Carlisle is trying to get out and make a complaint about it, and before you knew it, the ball is inbounded, and Brooklyn makes a basket, and Rick from there, because he didn't get a chance to make a play, a call there, and then Rick at that point becomes more than a little disappointed twice and gets 2 technicals and toss.
Porter Jr. made 1 of the 2 technicals, and now the Pacers throw it away again. Tyrese Martin with the steal. Man inside and missed it. It was blocked away. Pacers have it.
Push. They had everybody under the basket.
Pacers have turned it over 4 times here early in the 3rd quarter. Siakam. And he throws it away on the bad pass. And that rolls in by Claxton.
Yeah, the ball's got to keep moving. Even with Siakam, it's got to keep moving. Now you got to cut. What hadn't happened on the last play is nobody cut.
Tony Bradley turns and is fouled by Clowney. Bradley checked in at the timeout. Robinson Earl is back in. And free throws for Tony Bradley, who has yet to score tonight, averaging 5 points, almost 4 rebounds. Shooting 71% from the field this year. He is 15 of 21.
He didn't shoot anything outside the paint.
At the free throw line, 6 of 11.
Oh, I'm sorry. The free throws.
But you're right.
I'm serious.
Time for our look at our FanDuel same-game parlay. Third quarter spread plus 3.5 is minus 125. The third quarter total points over 59.5 minus 130. That's courtesy of FanDuel. The Pacers scored 41 points in the second quarter, a season high, after they scored 38 in the fourth quarter in the loss to Milwaukee on Monday. 1-point Brooklyn lead. 10 lead changes, 7 ties tonight.
This is the end. You got to frustrate them on their offensive end.
Offensive rebound, Claxton. And Robinson Earl, but it's taken away by Porter. Shot clock resets to 14 on an offensive rebound, not the full 24. Claxton missed it. And that's a loose ball foul, and it stays on the Brooklyn end.
Are they calling on 25? They call it on Robinson Earl. But I thought Neesmith got in there. But it doesn't matter either way. Got to get a board, Chris.
Jeremiah Robinson Earl has 7 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, he had 7 in the first half.
1-point Brooklyn lead. Clowney. So he's done it outside and inside, and he's got 10 in the quarter. Shepherd for 3. He has been in an early season 3-point slump. 1 of 17 his last 4, but tonight Shepherd 2 of 3, and he's tied it at 72. Shepherd with 15 points, matching a season high, and Porter Jr. stepped out of bounds.
I mean, they run the out-of-bounds play. P has got to see the man behind him. There's got to be better communication, and it really wasn't on that one because the screen is going to be set as a back kick on Pascal. The question is it a good screen? If it is, do you switch it? And it didn't seem to be good communication on that.
Shepherd goes into the lane and missed it. Jay Huff has come in, and Porter Jr.
Offensive, no way, offensive, he cleared out.
And that's the 4th turnover of the quarter on Brooklyn.
Now, if you watch the hand that doesn't have the ball and watch what happens. Okay, the ball's on the other side. You can see he just cleared the arm out, and Jay Huff, but Jay was waiting for that shot. And Michael Porter Jr. couldn't get it over or around him any other way.
Huff, Bradley, Neesmith, Shepherd, and Robinson Earl. He finds Neesmith on the baseline. Little runner is no good. Rebound tipped out, and it's going to be tracked down by the Pacers.
Good tip there by Jay Huff.
Here's Robinson Earl for 3. Rebound Bradley.
Bradley stays on the glass. He does great. He gives yeoman's work on the glass.
It's on Claxton. Pacers have out-rebounded Brooklyn tonight, 32-27.
That's been really their calling card for the Pacers this year. The ability to rebound. You rebounded 49, 50 rebounds on average a game. You're doing some work. You give yourself a chance.
Pacers trying to regain the lead, inside 5 to play, and that pass taken by the Nets. And I think on a pass.
It should be on a pass, and I'm glad it's on the pass, because he doesn't deserve to go to the foul line. Are there any bonus?
That's Yegor Dioman.
Yeah, he tried to get a foul. That's not a shot. Look, he's had somebody wide open, and he didn't pass the ball. That's just what the Pacers need. He made a bad play for them, a really good play for the Pacers, because if he made the pass, they were wide open under the basket.
It is the 3rd team foul against Indiana. It will be on the side as Taylor Peter is in, and Neesmith will leave. Look for that backdoor cut again to Clowney.
They're running the same thing. He double dribbled.
Claxton missed it badly. It comes all the way out.
He's being nice about it. So badly you don't need to reset the shot clock.
And there's another offensive rebound by Claxton. And that is Porter Jr. fouled by Bradley. But a pair of offensive rebounds there for Brooklyn.
The Pacers have been doing a really good job on the rebounding, but he comes in here. He was trying to go straight up with Bradley. The question is, the bench was saying there was a clear out on that action.
Michael Porter Jr., 8 of 11 coming in on the year at the free throw line, and he has that hop in. Now a message from Galitko and Daly.
You get A for effort.
Holding healthcare accountable. For a free consultation, go to the medical malpractice lawyers at indymalpractice.com. Good lawyers for bad medicine.
He is 5 of 7 tonight, a rebound shy of a double-double. He's got 27 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and the Brooklyn lead is 2 at 74-72. Pacers led by as many as 8 in the first half. Brooklyn had an early 9-point lead. Peter with a long three.
Yeah, that one, okay, this is the tough part about not having a point guard on the floor, because neither Shepherd nor Peter are point guards. And what you're looking for is some direction. See, otherwise you get yourself caught in this kind of position.
Bradley beats the shot clock. Somehow Peter found it.
He sure is. So you're right, somehow.
There's like a balloon floating in the air.
And looked like it would never come down.
Jalen Wilson is in for the first time here in the second half. Bioman behind the head with that pass to Zaire Williams, and his three is good. Brooklyn 9 of 22 from behind the arc at 41%.
Shep feeling it. He brought that one down and just took a shot. And that's not going to be something you can survive with. Zaire feeling it. These guys are just letting it press. They're not even passing anybody. They're just shooting.
Here's Jay Huff for three.
I rest my case. That's the third time.
And now Shepherd for three. I always say, though, on those offensive rebounds, when that shot is a pretty good one.
It is the best shot. It really is. The best shot. The best shot, Chris, is an offensive rebound where you get the pass to the corners, where it's a better percentage.
He's cut off in the corner by Zaire Williams. Huff catches, drives, and dunks. Jay Huff in double figures for the first time as a member of the Pacers. He has 10. 77-76. Williams again, that's off. And Shepherd the rebound. We had a great angle there.
You had the angle on it. You had a perfect angle on it.
I mean, the only chance tipped up, no good. Bradley blocked. And now Huff.
Is Huffy going again? Huffy! Comes back with his finger. Look at him. Fired up.
Jay Huff in his first season, showing some emotion here in Indianapolis.
Some of those guys are trying to get away from Jay. He's showing so much emotion. He's such a big man, but he is very passionate about what he's doing. He gets the dunk, and he's very proud of himself. Chris, he can knock down the three. I mean, when they got it, the Pacers got it, they knew that some of the things that did in that position before, they could get some of them from Huff, but when he brings it all in one night, makes it pretty good, makes it something to be proud of.
Again, Jay Huff had struggled through the first 7 games, 3 of 16 from three-point range, averaging just 4 points and not shooting it as well as he knows he's capable of. 13 tonight for Huff in his 11 minutes, 4 of 7 from the field, and 3 of 6 from 3. This Pacers timeout is presented by Centier Bank. And the Pacers, an 11th lead change, lead 79-77. Again, the Pacers in that second quarter shot 64% from the field, 5 of 9 from 3, and scored a season-high 41 points. Had a 5-point lead at the half, but then Rick Carlisle, 8 seconds in, got ejected. Brooklyn seized the momentum, and now the Pacers have a 2-point lead with 2:03 to play in the third. Porter Jr. and Claxton will take a seat right now for Brooklyn. And the Pacers will bring Cody Martin in. Man guarded by Siakam, who's returned. Coming down the lane and a nice
great block from the backside as Walker's able to get De'Ron Sharpe, who looked like he had an easy bucket.
And Siakam draws the foul.
Pressure on the other end. Pressure that rim. You have to support each other, you know, in defense, and that's usually what that's about. Timing just right by Walker to be able to slap that out of Sharpe's hand. The Pacers push it back to the other end, and Siakam gets fouled going to the hoop.
Pascal Siakam averaging nearly 10 free throw attempts per game. 5 of the 7 games coming in, 10 or more free throw attempts, but it's been a tough year for him at the free throw line, just 1 of 4 tonight. And he misses again, so 1 of 5 for Pascal. Now this from Hope Plumbing.
You may not think much about unclogging a drain. To us, sort of an art of mastery. We take on that clog with zest to make sure your pipes are flowing and your home is as safe as possible. We're basically superheroes.
Siakam hits. He had missed 4 straight. And the Pacers by 3 at 80-77.
Nice job getting through.
Yeoman gets to the basket, throws it out, and a 3 is good by Tyrese Martin. Nets are 10 of 26 from distance at 39%.
Chris, they're getting, okay, that's a good shot that he got. He just made another one. So may just be his night. But the difference is Pacers are starting to get some really clean looks. But you're not getting off the dribble, it's not going to happen.
And Jay Huff has 16. He has 8 in this quarter. Yeoman, his 3 is off. And it's rebounded by Walker. Here's Huff again. Ooh. And close out quickly.
Yeah, they close out.
And it will be Brooklyn ball. .42 1/10 to play in the third. Pacers have turned it over 7 times in this quarter.
That's not a recipe for this kind of success the Pacers are accustomed to having.
Yeah, they have 14 turnovers. Martin gets loose, and his 3 is too strong, and it's out to Cody Martin. Signed a contract today, hardship exception, the second hardship player. He catches in the corner for 3. And it's rebounded by another Martin, and that's Tyrese Martin.
You got all that Tyrese Martin. Terrence, man, you got all of that.
About a 4-second difference, game and shot clock. Pacers by 3.
Communication is critical at this point. When you switch it, don't you? They switched it, and they knew they would.
Man, no good. Cody Martin the rebound, ahead to Siakam. Siakam gets it away, but not in time.
Got to fight through the fourth quarter, get a W.
Pacers lead by 3 after 3 on FanDuel Sports Network. Of a homestand at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The Pacers trying to go 2-2. Our Ascension St. Vincent heart-pounding moments. Best night of the year for Jay Huff in his first season with the Pacers.
And I got to believe one of the gratifying days for the Pacers to have a guy they bring in this season to help fill at that center position that's going to be played by committee. You can see the thing that makes this Pacer club different because they're pulling for each other. They were pulling for Jay Huff, and I'm telling you, he delivered so far, and there's more to come.
Nets have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Alongside Quinn Buckner, I'm Kristen Eyre. Hope you're enjoying a terrific Wednesday night after a beautiful day in central Indiana.
Ooh, wasn't it? You hit the golf ball today. I don't know what you were doing.
Yeoman misses. Cody Martin the rebound. 7th season in the NBA, 5.5 in Charlotte. Spent the back half of last year in Phoenix. Twin brother now in Dallas. He catches, fires, and left that short.
Got a little hitch in his jump shot. Great job. That's right. A great job, because I'm telling you, Siakam made a big-time effort to this corner to take away what would have been a wide-open 3.
Siakam will shoot the three, and it rims out. Boy, that was down in there and would not fall. And off the screen, Day'Ron Sharpe sets it wearing number 20. Terrence Mann goes inside, lobs it up. It's blocked, but a foul. That's Cody Martin that commits the foul. And free throws now for Day'Ron Sharpe. And he'll shoot a couple. 6 points, 5 rebounds in his 5th year out of North Carolina. First round draft pick back in 2021. Averaged 8 points, 6 rebounds last year for the Nets. And has his 3rd point. You see Benedict Mathurin, one of 8 players on our injury report, brought to you by Team Green Law. Of course, you know Tyrese Halliburton. Mathurin has played a couple of games. He had games of 36 and 26. He'll be topping out for some time. We've not seen T.J. McConnell this year. 8 on the injured list.
And I say again, I don't know if it's remarkable, because maybe my standards are just a little different, my expectations. But Rick Carlisle has done a great job when you think about the number of people he's had to put in the lineup and trying to get some success with it. Now, mind you, you've only won a couple games, but you're in position to make some good things happen.
Man for 3, it rims out.
You don't see many rebounds like that. You'll take that.
We've seen a bunch of balls just go in and out tonight on both ends.
Yeah, the spin is bad, Chris. Those balls are spinning side to side. Deep 3 there, hit by Peter. The ball is spinning with a little bit more of a east-west turn versus the north-south.
Peter, the rookie out of Liberty, 6th man of the year last year in his final year in college.
That was not a 6th man of the year from college. No, jump shot.
And that's a match by Jalen Wilson. His 8th three-pointer of the year. Siakam comes back the other way. Martin now to Walker. Walker on the baseline, little teardrop, no good. And the rebound pulled down by the Nets, down 86-85. And the basket and a foul.
He's trying to get guys tired. A substitution, getting Aaron back in the game. The guys are tired. Because when you got a transition and nobody gets back, and the guy gets a layup, I tell you what, transition defense is a little.
And a chance for a 3-point play now for Tyrese Martin. He has 10. Brooklyn has 5 players in double figures, led by the 28 of Michael Porter Jr. as Nesmith back in, and Robinson Earl returns for Indiana as well.
Of concern, Chris, as we got above the rim.
Indiana Wesleyan University, the free throw by Martin. What's your concern?
The pace that the Pacers are playing at. I think they're playing more at the pace of the Brooklyn Nets. They got to pick it up. And Chris, the other part of this, Michael Porter Jr. is not on the floor. Which means if you give him another 4 minutes rest.
Isaiah Jackson's going to try to go coast to coast.
He can't grab it. He traveled. He shot it, and if you shoot it, you can't grab it. It has to hit the backboard before you can get a hand on it.
Pacers with their 15th turnover. And Brooklyn has the lead at 87-86 with 9:24 to play. Pacers will play twice in Brooklyn, February 11th, and in fact the final road game of the year, April 9th. This is Brooklyn's only visit here, where the Pacers have won 4 straight and 5 of 6.
Wow, that is an unconscious shot there by Martin. He turned the corner, and I mean literally turned the corner off the screen, and he's lifting it.
And the Nets have a 4-point lead. Pacers led 83-80. And they get another look, and a 3 is off the mark by Peter. Nets led by as many as 9 early at 15-6.
You know what it's like, Chris, when you get people confident. Martin's playing with confidence.
That rims out. Sharpe the rebound, tied up by Isaiah Jackson.
Yeah, Martin's playing with confidence. He missed the shot. But he definitely is. Got a little put it off on the back of his jacket. A beautiful jacket. Somebody got a string on it. Got to have my partner cleaned up.
Well, to your point about Martin, 13 points. This is the 4th time in the last 5 games he's been in double figures.
You can see his comfort level here.
3rd year out of UConn. Made 99 threes last year. After making just 1 during his rookie year. Now he only played in 16 games.
You just took that back over your head when you got Siakam and Shepherd. That's what he tried to do.
Man catches, drives baseline.
Great defense. Just a heck of a shot by Man. That's good defense by Neesmith. Just a better shot.
Pacers have led 86-82, 10 straight Brooklyn points.
They're playing with tremendous confidence. You can see the contact there and still able to sustain his balance. That's what I talk about with these guys. You know, you talk about terrific athletes. These guys have incredible strength and the ability to stay balanced even after being hit. And that was one of those examples.
Siakam and Man jump it up. Mark Davis will toss it. And now Mark Davis.
Did they call a technical foul on Jackson?
They're just calling 1 technical, yes, on Isaiah Jackson.
Now Jackson is right here. Oh, come on. Well, yeah, you don't want to miss that. That didn't look like it was enough to even be called a foul. This is the action right there.
It was not a double technical. It was just 1 on Isaiah Jackson. Missed free throw by Martin. Pacers been outscored 10-0.
Got to keep your composure. There is more than enough time with 8 minutes.
Lloyd Pierce talking to the officials.
Just told him, throw the ball. You guys are in position.
Jalen Wilson out to Man. Man the drive.
Oh,
Stop.
boy, got a body on him.
No good. Rebound Day'Ron Sharpe blocked. Jackson and Siakam were there, and they call the foul on Isaiah.
The question is it worth challenging? No, you really can't. I mean, you got to let it go.
Pacers have 3 timeouts left, and they're not going to challenge.
And the officials did a really good thing for the Pacers. They gave him a chance here. After the other incident, they were very patient to let Lloyd Pierce know, asking Lloyd Pierce did he want a challenge. After that incident that happened with Coach Carlisle, yeah, this is a pretty good timeout. Just kind of get yourself ordered up. But I thought the officials did a terrific job at making sure if you want to get it reviewed, let me know.
By Andy Moore Automotive, where more means more. By Ascension St. Vincent, listening to you, caring for you. And by Gamebridge, take control of growing your savings with Gamebridge. Gamebridge.io. Brooklyn at the free throw line. They've got a 10-0 run, and they have taken a 6-point fourth quarter lead, 92-86. Let's check in with JJ.
Really good post-game comments from Pascal Siakam on Monday. Things are out of our control, he said. How are we going to react? We can either go and cry about it. He said, I'm sure people don't feel sorry for us. We've got to move on, continue to find ways to be positive and get wins. He said, weather the storm, and the crowd is picking up. This is the 2nd free throw attempt for Sharpe.
Oh, we was looking for brickin' for chicken. Sorry, JJ.
He was trying.
He was trying to get brickin' for chicken. It didn't work for us.
Pacers just 1 of 7 from the field in this quarter. Brooklyn 4 of 9. And the free throws, Brooklyn tonight 19 of 26. The Pacers have taken just 12. They're going to say
This ain't over and back. He caught the ball in the air. Now watch him catch it. Now technically, he is in front court. Well, he's actually over and back. Then he tried to throw. I'm sorry, it didn't work out the way that the Pacers had hoped on that one. No. And it was a bad pass to throw it to him, though. You got to throw it where he stays on his end of the court.
11 straight Brooklyn points after Indiana led it 86-82.
Like the Bucks just took a cheap shot here, too. He took a forearm shiver.
Brooklyn trying to get its first win of the year. Pacers just won. And Jackson brings it all the way off the floor.
Yeah, you got to go get the ball from him. You don't want the center bringing the ball down.
Lee Smith off the screen. And a foul off the ball.
Good on man.
And Michael Porter Jr. ready to come back in.
You can see right here. Yeah, that's on man.
So from a Brooklyn perspective, as you said, Quinn, the Nets did this work early in the fourth without Porter Jr.
Which means his legs are fresh. That's what Rick Carlisle was trying to preserve with Siakam, was to try to make sure he's got fresh legs down the stretch. And you're Lloyd Pierce, you're in a tough spot because you're at a point, you're at a tipping point as to whether or not you can hold on to this game and take Siakam out. So the decision is to try to get back in the game, and then you may take him out to get him a breather to try to win it. Now, and everybody has a philosophy from a coaching standpoint that's slightly different. But you know you need him on the court because you can see the offense bog down if he doesn't get it.
Lee Smith in trouble. Shot clock at 2, and Siakam is short and put up and in by Robinson Earl.
I told you, he has a feel. He's got a feel, because I'm telling you, that was a desperate offensive play. A bad play. That's a desperate offensive play. You can see him get in there and scrap, get ahead of Michael Porter Jr., and get a putback and a basket, and he's at the foul line.
That's his 13th rebound. He has 7 points in his 19 minutes. Playing his third game with the Pacers. A hardship exception the first. The Pacers then added Cody Martin today. 8 points off the bench for Robinson Earl.
Emotionally, that's a big play.
93-89. Porter Jr., his 3, no good. Long rebound, though, out to Zaire Williams.
That's where he wants to go.
And Jackson the rebound. Robinson Earl. Shade 2 towards Siakam. Crosses over, slips through and scores.
Yeah, able to get himself going a little bit.
93-91. Siakam has 19 with 6 rebounds and 6 assists.
So that 3-point play was from a conference standpoint.
And a 3 by Jalen Wilson, his second. Wilson and Martin have hit some big threes. 6 of them between the 2 of them. Off the bench. 96-91, Brooklyn. And Neesmith left it short. Spent a lot of energy to try to get to the rim.
He did. He got bumped. And again, we talk about balance and ability to stay in control. And in that particular play, it couldn't happen. Like they're going to try to post up. You see Porter Jr. can get something going on Shepard.
Now they slip Porter Jr. to the basket. He's fouled.
That's why they did it, because they ran the play. And it's a back pick and gives Shepard the ability to go to the basket. But the defender, whoever that is, can't get in front of Porter Jr. Watch. Because you got to be protected the basket. And there was nobody that could get there to protect it. Once he sets the screen and roll, there's no one there. And he was able to get the ball. Porter Jr. called the play, asked for the play to happen.
29 now for Porter Jr. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Quick change. Jay Huff with a season-high 16 tonight. 4 of 7 from 3. A couple of blocks. He had 8 of those 16 in that third quarter when the Pacers led after 3, 83-80. In and out, no good. Robinson Earl with his 14th rebound. Siakam is getting a breather.
That's good, Chris, that he gets that, what you run into. And I would run a pick and roll with Jay because he can make shots.
That's rebounded by Brooklyn. Turnaround jumper missed by Walker. Dive under 5 minutes, and Brooklyn up by 6. Took control with that run to start this quarter. 10-0 run gave them a 6-point lead after they trailed by 4. Clowney the basket.
Oh, he was long and still he was able to get that up high as Jay Huff was in position to try to guard him. Couldn't get to it. Get a chance to get a break. It reset your defense.
Harry Tire Store. By Hope Plumbing. Plumbing you can trust. Comfort you can feel. And by Forum Credit Union. Helping members live their financial dreams. Brooklyn has an 8-point lead. They've outscored the Pacers 19-8 in the fourth quarter. And Jeremiah Johnson and Eddie Gill will have you covered with our pregame show when the 4-game road trip starts Saturday in Denver. 8:30 pregame brought to you by Indiana Members Credit Union. Pacers on the road, Denver, Golden State, Utah, and Phoenix. And the Pacers have it, down 8 with just 4:40 to play. Siakam has come back in with Huff, Shepard, Walker, and Robinson Earl.
Well, they tried to clear out the middle for Siakam. Now he is having a tough time. We were talking about it. He's having a tough time getting he's pulling it all together. He got a break.
8 of 17 from the 8 of 18 from the field. He's had a number of them like that and out of bounds.
Thank goodness that pass was made to the corner. That 3 went in.
Again in the quarter, the Pacers just 3 of 13.
It's going to come around. It's going to come.
Walker attacks. Robinson Earl. And his jumper is short. And Claxton the rebound. 10th rebound for Claxton. He has his second double-double of the year. He had 13 last year. Longest tenured net. And he's got it now against Huff. And Jay Huff whistled through the foul.
He kind of suckered him into that one. And Claxton has got some experience. He's not known to be a scorer, but you see he makes sure there's contact. And the official makes the call in favor of Brooklyn.
Claxton 4 of 6 at the free throw line tonight, make it 5 of 7.
A tornado too. The ball that turns east and west.
And again, they have attempted 29 and made 21. They are plus 13 at the free throw line tonight. The Pacers just 8 of 13.
Let's give some credit to Robinson Earl. Let's see the rotation. That ball goes all kind of ways. That one, the first one went left to right. That one went kind of back and forth, left to right.
Pacers down 10. Shepard misses. Lee Smith, who just checked in, the offensive rebound. 3.5 to play. And Siakam got it in.
He sure did, and he made a heck of a play because Clowney got into his chest just as he was starting to shoot it. Plenty of time.
Siakam with 21. 5 of the 8 games this year, he's had 20 or more. And Jordi Fernandez will take the timeout. The Nets trying for their first win of the year. They have an 8-point lead with 3:11 to play on FanDuel Sports Network. An early 9-point lead. Michael Porter Jr. hit his first 4 shots. 3 of those were threes. And Quinn, he's got 29 tonight for the Nets.
It gives them offensive confidence when Michael Porter Jr. is making shots, particularly with Cam Johnson being out, because you've got a guy that can get buckets in a variety of ways. He was with Denver last year. They won a championship a couple years ago. They traded him here, and he's looking to be the star of the team. As you can see, 29 and 9 is a heck of a game.
And again, Cam Thomas left after 5 and
Go ahead.
Yeah, Cam Johnson, they traded to Denver.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Cam Thomas left, their leading scorer, 24 points per game with a hamstring injury just 5 minutes in. But they've had plenty of bench help tonight. Mann has played well. Clowney, Claxton, and that 3 short. Rebound, Jarris Walker, and a foul on Porter Jr. And that's his fourth. It's the fourth team foul.
Yeah, that's really what it comes down to now. He gets into the penalty.
2:58 to play. Pacers with Walker, Siakam, Nesmith, Shepard, and Huff.
Pacers can't foul.
Siakam out to Shepard, open for three, got it.
Get up defensively.
Third three of the night for Ben Shepard, a season-high 18. And it's a 5-point game.
Yeah. Almost had another one of those misdirections on the point as to who would get the ball.
Pacers trying to do what we saw a different crew do a lot last year with Halliburton and Nembhard and McConnell, and that's those fourth quarter comebacks, especially late. They trail by 5 here, 101-96. Rallied in the fourth quarter Saturday to beat Golden State. Rallied in the fourth quarter Monday. Came up short on the Giannis Antetokounmpo shot at the buzzer, and Siakam commits the foul.
You go to the foul line. I mean, Siakam tries to break through there and get his hands on the ball, and he got his feet tangled. Oh, he's thinking, how is that my foul? Yeah, his feet got tangled.
Clowney has 16 tonight, 2 of 2 at the line. And on the year, he's now 11 of 13. Now a message from Bell Tire.
At Bell Tire, we're giving free lifetime maintenance with every tire we sell. And beating anyone's price.
Another day getting people back on the road. Bell Tire. That's how we are changing tires.
1 of 2 for Clowney. It's a 6-point Nets lead. Full court pressure. Shepard got the start in the backcourt. Siakam drives. And it rims out. Would have made it a 4-point game.
Sure would have.
Brooklyn trying to become the final NBA team to get a win. Claxton stops.
Did the same thing, except for he went to a slow step. But it was merely to get to the foul line. Claxton didn't think he had any chance. Well, he didn't think. He wasn't looking for a chance to score. He's looking for a chance to get some contact, knowing that any foul, they go to the foul line. Watch, he gets into him, slow. They call that a deceleration, slow step. And you see, you can't stop that 7-foot, 265, 70-pound Huff.
Claxton, 7th year out of Georgia, was the first pick of the second round back in 2019. Hits 2 big free throws to make the lead 8. 104-96.
Pacers got to make some hay here. They only have 1 timeout. So you don't want to use that unless you absolutely have to, but you want it for a scoring play.
Nesmith goes inside. 104-98. Clowney guarded by Siakam. Halfway through the shot clock. Clowney out to Martin, and his 3 is good. Tyrese Martin with his 4th 3. 16 points tonight for Martin off the bench. Nesmith flying by as Martin, and Nesmith hits.
Yeah, got it back. Did a really good job at getting it again, as we talk about a shot fake, not a ball fake, a shot fake, to get a good shot up there.
Pacers need a stop. 1:15 to play. Down 6, 107-101. Porter Jr. falls to the floor. Ball is loose. Picked it back up.
Got a timeout. They got a timeout. They got 3 seconds on the clock. But Jordy Fernandez got a timeout.
Brooklyn will have 3 2/10 seconds on the shot clock with 1:02 to play in the fourth quarter, leading 107-101. If you look at the stats, really everything's pretty even with Indiana out-rebounding Brooklyn by 10, 54-44. Again, the difference at the free throw line, Brooklyn 25 of 34. The Pacers have attempted a season-low 13.
It's one of the challenges the Pacers had to overcome last season was the propensity to foul. Not 22 fouls, maybe probably a couple more than you would like. Oh boy, he's at the rim.
He missed it.
He missed it. Oh, God, please grab it.
And Robinson Earl grabs the rebound, his 15th.
But he almost lost it.
Inside a minute, Neesmith's going to pull his way to the basket. And that ball loose.
Yeah, he lost it. You got a trap.
And Neesmith the steal.
Well, that's why you had the trap. You got to come up with some steals.
Pacers have to score quick. 33 seconds to play. And Siakam does score quick. It's a 4-point game.
You got to pressure up.
107-103, 30 seconds to play. Porter Jr. racing up the floor, lobs it up to Claxton, and that's a miss, but they'll call the foul.
Yeah, they'll say he hit him in the chest. They're scoring it. They're saying he put his hand through the net. Yeah, they're saying that the hand, he said the hand came up through the net. We'll get a chance to see him. No, he's got his hand through the net. Yeah, he's got his hand through the net.
Siakam was battling in there as Porter Jr. was off and running.
After the foul, goaltending was called, and as a result, and as per rule, we will review it to determine if it was a correct goaltending violation.
So no need to challenge.
Yeah, go ahead, partner. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah, no need to challenge because it's reviewable inside the final 2 minutes.
So it's a goaltending call. You get your hand in the net, I gotta tell you, I don't like it. If you got your hand in the net, and he clearly had his hand in the net.
Porter Jr. got off to such a great start tonight. They've shot the three well, 14 of 40, 35%. And some big games off the bench. Martin was 16. Wilson, a pair of threes, was 6. Pacers led by the 23 of Siakam, 18 for Shepherd, a season high. 16 for Jay Huff off the bench, a season high.
Okay, I don't think there's any question he got his hand through the net. You see, he's trying to block it through the net. And the question becomes, when you do that, do you affect the play of the rim? I believe we're getting ready to get a call from the official. That's 2 points. That's what I think.
Upon review, it's been determined that Siakam grabbed the net, moving the rim off its natural base, and therefore it's a correctly judged goaltending.
Yeah.
Score the basket, there'll be 1 free throw.
That's a basket.
And so a 3-point play opportunity for Porter Jr. He has 31, so his third 30-point game of the year, and with a free throw has a chance to match his season high of 32.
No, excuse me for interrupting, partner. They checked to see if the Pacers were going to challenge it. They just took a timeout instead. They're not challenging it because they've had a chance. That second row that we talk about, the second row looked at it and came up with the fact that it is in fact, it was a violation. It's goaltending.
And so 6-point lead. So not an official timeout. Lloyd Pierce was just using those seconds while they reviewed like a timeout.
Well, they had reviewed it and given the answer, and Lloyd Pierce just sat down. And that's why I incorrectly stated that there was a timeout that fooled a lot of people, in the truck.
Huff misses, Porter Jr. the rebound, and that's going to do it. As the Brooklyn Nets will get their first win of the year. A tough night for the Pacers.
Yeah.
First time that they had led after 3 quarters.
But Chris, we talked about it coming into this was going to be a tough game. Mentally, a tough game coming off of playing Milwaukee, getting ready to go play Denver. But guess what? Didn't get this one. Now you got to go play Denver and figure out how.
Max Wanted Music.